Hi guys, this is George Shamoun from Georgekc.com and from the Linux Commands for Beginners group on Facebook. I am the admin, and in this video I'm gonna go over some of the commands that are related to files and directories, and this is gonna be the content. It's a message. If you are on my subscribed on my email list, you're gonna get this as a fourth or fifth message, I think. And this content, I'm gonna go over it on a screen. This way you see how I apply the commands. So if you have not already subscribed to my emailing list, you can do so at Georgekc.com at this address here. /freeguide.com, and submit your name and your email address, and then you'll get a message to confirm your subscription. After the message, you get the welcome message, and with a PDF guide that helps you how to find help online about Linux commands. So that's it for this introduction. Now let's get into the video. So I'm gonna remove this from here, and this is the screen here. This is the command line interface, and I'm gonna make my image smaller. Okay, so I'm gonna go over 5 commands. The first one is the touch command. The touch command will let you create a file, and you have to specify the name of the file. And then I'm gonna go over the move command, which is the MV, where you can move a file or directory from one place to another. And I'm gonna go over the how to make a directory, how to remove a directory. So it's gonna be about 5 commands. So first, I'm gonna have to create some examples or file names and directory names, so I can use them when I use the commands. So first I'm gonna create two file names. The first one is test file 1, and the second one is test file 2. And the way, as I said, we use the touch command. So I'm gonna go up to the screen here to the command line interface, and I'm gonna type touch space test file 1 space test file 2, and I'm gonna hit enter. And by doing that, I created those 2 files. And to show you, we just have to list what's in a directory, current directory, and you see that's the file here, test file 1, and that's test file 2. And I am in my home directory. So I'm gonna clear the screen. Now I'm gonna create 2 directories. The first one is test directory 1, and the second one is test directory 2. And the way we create directories in Linux using the commands is mkdir, which is an abbreviation of make directory. So I'm gonna type mkdir space test dir 1 space test dir 2. I'm gonna hit enter, and I'm gonna do a listing. And now if you look here, you see the test directory 1 and test directory 2, they are created here. And you can tell they are directories, not files, because of the color coding. It looks like in this case the files have the white color, and the directory have the blue color. So now what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna try to remove, actually, okay, I'm gonna try to use the move command to to show you where I move how I can move the files to a directory. So if you look now, you can see test file here 1, test file 2, and the test directory. What I'm gonna do now, I'm gonna move test file 1 to test directory 1. So the way I do it is I'm gonna use command mv. That's how you move a file from one place to another. So move test file 1, test file 1. So the way the syntax is, you use the move command mv, then space, you specify the name of the file, which is test file 1 in this case, and then you specify the destination. In this case, it is test directory 1, test dir 1, enter. So it didn't give me any messages, so it must went, because usually when you don't get any response or any a message, it means there is no problem or it didn't do anything, but there is no error. So now what I'm gonna do to find out whether, to make sure the test file 1 was moved to test directory 1. So what I do, ls, I'll do a listing again, and if you hit, so if you look here, you're not gonna see test file 1 because I moved it to test dir 1. And now to make sure it was moved to test dir 1, to show you, we gonna do we gonna move to we can navigate to test directory 1, and if you remember from the previous video, we used cd to navigate to a directory. So in this case, we can navigate cd space test dir1, enter. So now my current directory is the test dir1, and I'm gonna do a listing now, ls, and once I do a listing, you can see it has the test file 1. So enter, and there you go, this is test file 1. And by the way, if you add the L switch, it's gonna give you more details, like the permission of the file, the name, the owner, and the dates, etc. So if you did do ls only, you gonna get the name of the file only, nothing else. But the switch L will give you more details about the file. So we can clear now to start from scratch. So now what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna use the rm command to delete the file, which is test. I'm gonna delete test file 1. So now I'm gonna delete it, and once I delete it, you're not gonna see it anymore here, and I'm gonna prove it for you. So what I'm gonna do, rm space test file 1, enter. Okay, now I'm gonna do a listing, and it's gonna disappear. It's not gonna be there. ls. You see, I did ls, it didn't show anything. It means the file was removed, was deleted, and that's how you delete a file. rm standing for remove, but it's abbreviated, space test file 1. In this case, because we are at the present working directory, we didn't have to use any path or anything. It's just the name of the file. So we can clear now. And now I'm gonna use, okay, I'm gonna use the command I used, which is the mv, to move directories. It looks like the mv command is used for moving files and directories. It's the same one. So we can move test directory 1 now. Let's say cd to my home directory. I'm gonna go to my home directory. So right now, pwd, so I am at the home directory now. So pwd, okay, so if we do listing now, ls, you can see testdir1 here and testdir2. What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna move testdir1 to testdir2. I'm gonna move one directory into the other, move it to the other directory. So what I'm gonna do, mv testdir1, and then you specify where you want to move it to. In this case, it is testdir2. Enter. Okay, now to check, to ensure that we move testdir1 to testdir2 inside testdir2, we're gonna do a listing, and we're not gonna find testdir1 now because it's inside testdir2. So enter. So if you look, let me clear the screen first. So if you look now, you're not gonna find testdir1 because it was moved inside testdir2. And to prove it to you, we're gonna do listing. First, we're gonna navigate to testdir2, and now we're at it. And I'm gonna do a listing, and now it's gonna list testdir1. Enter, and as you can see here, this is testdir1 because we moved it inside testdir2. So that's it for this video. Again, to wrap up, we used five commands. The first one is the touch, where we created a file, and we have to specify the file name. And the second one is the rm, where we deleted a file, and then the mkdir, where we created directories, and the mv, where we moved a file from one place to another place, and we moved a directory to another directory. So and I think I skipped one, which is rmdir, which is removing directory. So let's try it now. I thought I'm done, but it looks like I missed this one. So let's say I'm gonna remove test directory 1, this one, which is inside testdir2. So let's try rmdir. So basically it's like removing. We used rm to remove a file. In this case, we added dir, and it's combined rmdir, so it means to remove directory. It's abbreviated. So rmdir space, I'm gonna specify testdir1, and enter. And now I'm gonna do a listing, and you're not gonna find it because it's removed. So that's it, it's gone, it's removed. So that's the third, that's the fifth or sixth command, I think. So that's it. Again, if you have any questions, submit them in a comment. This tutorial will be uploaded to my YouTube channel and to my Facebook, or I'll link to Facebook group. And again, feel free to join my email list. You'll be updated with tutorials, and you can get a free guide on how to find Linux commands help online. Thanks again.